Hello everyone, welcome to the class 2. In this session, we talk about how to slice the data using the MDX query or how to write the where clause in the MDX query. If at all, if the whoever directly come to this class 2, I always recommend to go back to the class 1 and go through the class 1 what we discussed and come back to the class 2 so that it's easy to understand what we are talking about in this session. Okay, without delay, let's get into the details. Okay, so here I open my MDX window connecting to this sample queue, and in the previous class, as I mentioned, so you can write simple select statement and display the results on columns and rows, right? So now here I got my all countries reseller sales information fetched, right? Now in the same query, now I want to fetch only the Australia or Canada country information alone. Rest of the countries I don't want. Okay, in such scenarios, how to filter the data? Okay, so you can write instead of country, you can change to Canada. Okay, sorry, yeah, Canada, and then you can put and symbol. Okay, that's it. So now you've the query only fetches the Canada data alone. Okay. Now, so I want to fetch, I want to fetch the other countries like along with Canada. I want to also fetch the Australia information. Let's see how we can fetch only Canada and Australia information. Okay. So now let me copy this statement and then put it here. So when you go for more slices, then you need to put them in the tuple set. Okay, so what are the curly braces that you put? It's called a set. Okay, so now here I pass my another country. This time I want to also fetch Australia information. Okay, so now I would like to see Canada, both Canada and Australia information. Okay, and then I execute the query. Then you can see, so you get all the both Canada and Australia information, right? Similarly, now I want to extend my slicing. Okay, so this time I want to fetch uh, my clothing in sales reseller sales amount for the Canada. Okay, so let me go to the product. So under the product, so you will have clothing, right? So here is the clothing. So now I want to fetch only for the clothing sales, right? That's the where we use the where clause. Okay, and then now it will fetch only the reseller sales amount for the clothing business. Okay. Mm, So, I mean, even if you want along with clothing, you also want to filter out, let's say, department. Okay, let's see whether I have any department. I'm not sure whether I get any department. Okay, let's take the year. Okay, so I want to fetch only the reseller sales amount for Canada and Australia for my clothing business of 2012. Okay, calendar year 2012. Let me select my calendar year. So now I want to fetch only the calendar year. Okay. Now if we execute this, then we get the our desired amount, only 2012 clothing. What is reseller sales amount for the Canada and Australia? Let's say along with the 2012, you also like to see what is the sum of 2011 and 12 sales. That's the way you need to put again sets. Okay, because this is how you need to pass the multiple values. Okay, please remember, if it is single value, you don't need to mention curly bracket for this same attribute and different values. But if it is a multiple values that you are trying to pass, you need to put those values in your curly bracket. Okay, now it will fetch for these 2 years. Okay, whatever the clothing we have. For example, again, so you want to see, instead of where class, you want to slice your data, add your time attribute in your results, then you can go ahead and add it in your select statement under the on rows. Then you execute, bingo. So you got your Canada and Australia sales by year wise, whatever the years that we passed. So it will fetch that year's information. Okay. Now, instead of this way, maybe you want to see like all the products. Okay, all the products reseller sales amount you want to see. Okay, so where you want to see the countries information on your row wise and your product information on column wise and their respective sales. Okay, now in that scenario, what you can do, you can write a statement. Okay, so what I do here, I'll drag my calendar year here. Okay, on my columns. Okay, and then now I want only the reseller sales amount. Okay, always put this open bracket and close bracket, then it will be clean and neat. Okay, so now I added the calendar year on my columns. I keep my countries on rows, then I go where class and add my measure on the where class. Now you can see here, so it will fetch all the years information, sales information for the Canada and Australia. Okay, so instead of this way, if you like to see product information, right? So I want to see all my product category information and their sales. Okay, you can write this way. Okay, so now it will fetch the product category wise total sales. Okay, um, this is how you can slice the data in MDX by writing the where clause. Okay, in my next video, I'm going to discuss about subquery in MDX. Okay, until that, bye for now. See you in the next video. Thank you.